Merry Christmas, everyone! Epic Games has given us the gift of terror and perfection. They didn't have a date yesterday, but on the December 24th shop update, we got access to Frieza and Cell from Dragon Ball Z. So of course, I was so excited, and we're gonna jump right in, taking a look at how they did. Here is my review of Cell and Frieza for Fortnite. To get started, let's see what we have here. Cell and Frieza can be bought separately for the standard 1500 V-Bucks or as a bundle for 2300. The evil Emperor Frieza has 3 different styles, while Cell has 2. We get Frieza's first form, which looks fantastic. From the horns to the armor from before he fought against Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta, it looks really good. His other forms do as well, for the most part. The fourth form looks detailed and has more emphasis on the black around his eyes, more akin to his design from Dragon Ball Super than Z. Though Golden Frieza does have a little bit of weirdness. Design-wise, he looks good, but his arms and legs that are supposed to be just slightly less gold look oddly orange in Fortnite. Hilariously enough, Switch users will see it look a little bit better just because of how the shading is different in that version. Cell also looks good. First, we've got his imperfect form, and it has all the right details, though the crotch piece of his armor does look a bit less wide than in Dragon Ball Z proper. Though that's really a small nitpick because there's a ton of detail on this model. His perfect form is also here and looks, well, perfect. Everything looks great from the shadings to the details on his face. The skins look great, right? Well, they get a little bit weird in game. This goes into scale and the extra appendages they have. Frieza, for example, looks scaled up and is much meatier and taller than most skins, while Frieza is supposed to be a pretty short character. Meanwhile, Cell is meant to be a towering presence, and even with his crown, he almost seems shorter than most of the other skins. Maybe this was on purpose to make things about the same with hitboxes, but it looks really weird. And then we have the appendages, which is more of an annoyance than a real problem. The tails and wings on these characters act very strangely. Frieza and Imperfect Cell's tails will curl up as you move, and it's even more exaggerated when swimming. Also, Cell's wings are constantly extending and look really wide out and in the open when you dash. You could probably argue that this is just what tails do in Fortnite. I did go into the Beerus skin and played a match, and while his tail does do the same sort of thing, it is far less pronounced and the tip doesn't stick straight up nearly as much. You can't really even see it, while with Frieza and Cell, it's constantly in the way. The only other thing to say is, like most of the Dragon Ball skins, they don't get unique auras when using the boosting key emote. And weirdly enough, they weren't given built-in emotes to cycle through their transformations. It makes a little sense with Cell, as he can't just freely swap forms in Dragon Ball lore, but Frieza can. That's all I have for the skins, so let's look at the accessories. They come with back blings of Frieza's hover chair from Dragon Ball Z and Cell's cicada forms mold. These are neat little nods to how they were both introduced in Z. The 2 pickaxes are also neat, I guess, though they fall into the let's put this thing from the source material onto a stick and call it a pickaxe. Frieza gets a miniature version of his spaceship, and Cell has the egg he hatched from. They're kinda neat, but the really cool part is the glider. It's a ride-on version of Frieza's spaceship. Not only can you ride on top of this, you will do the special Golden Frieza pose when deploying the glider. It looks great, and it's not just for Frieza. It's part of the glider animation, so anyone from Spider-Man to Winter Wonder Sky can also do it. And that's about all I got. Let's look at some gameplay as we wrap this up. In conclusion, Frieza and Cell from Dragon Ball Z have joined the growing roster of Dragon Ball characters in Fortnite. Now, on the downside, their scaling and appendages are pretty weird in game, especially with the style with longer tails. But if you don't mind a bit of weirdness and Golden Frieza having orange arms and legs instead of golden, these skins do look good in motion, and the spaceship glider is a lot of fun to use with that pose. Fortnite To Go rates the Cell and Frieza skins good but not great. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.